Sad day, friends.
Yeah.
Sad indeed. I just want to open with, John Madden affected me and my life in many direct and indirect ways. First, as a teenager, I think remembering the first time someone was like, when the Sega Genesis came out, my friend Earl was like, "Yo, you got to get John Madden football," and I was like, "What?" I was like, the announcer? He's like, yeah, man, it's the best football game ever. And the first time I played it, I was just blown away by how realistic it was for the time.
Oh yeah.
And
I mean, they still play all right.
yeah. So John Madden, when EA first came to him, they were like, we can do what you want, but we can make it 7-on-7 football. And John Madden refused. He was like, if it's not 11-on-11, I don't want to put my name on it. I don't want my name on that crap. And they came back and they were like, all right, Trip Hawkins was like, all right, we'll make it 11-on-11. And they did it. And to this day is one of the greatest football franchises ever. Now it's been maligned lately because EA and Trip Hawkins left EA and he just he couldn't.
Yeah, but this was like back in the 90s when it became and then in the mid 2000s it became a cultural icon.
Right. And then our theme to this show is the Madden 92 theme, which I've wasted so many hours playing that game. I would set up the computer for massive beatdowns with the all Madden team. My favorite thing was in Madden was the all Madden team, because then I felt like that was a better ranking than say the AP or whatever. Like when somebody made all Madden, to me, if one of my Giants made the all Madden squad, like LT, I was like, that's the squad you want to be on, right? If Madden thinks you're good, then you must be good. And then listening to him every Sunday with Pat Summerall, just the turducken was amazing.
Yeah, I thought that was a joke at first, and then I found out it was actually real, and I'm like, I want that now. A duck inside a chicken inside a turkey.
Yes.
And then you just cut it diagonally. It's all deboned, so apparently you got to cut it through. And I'm like, oh, I want that now. I want it now. And the problem is they're going to be on a backload for 6 months.
Here, hold on. I'll show you. I'll show you something here.
And the 6-legged turkey. Don't forget that.
Hold on. Let me play
Marbles
this back
of
here.
Science.
Here. Since we're talking about it, I'll bring it. I'll bring it to the. Here we go.
Oh.
Look at him break down the film right here.
Dude, that's a great breakdown, man. Turkey leg is always good to break down.
Right. So then he goes on further about it.
The best part of the meat.
Wait till you see the profile of this thing, though. Here
dude,
right
the
here.
turducken. Yes. Show me the turducken. Oh. They had a good article on ESPN about it about a month ago, about the intro of the turducken.
Yes.
And apparently John Madden took it back to his hotel room.
Yeah. A little turkey, a little chicken, a little duck. Look at this thing right here.
That is a beast. 6-legged turkey.
Did they just glue those legs on?
I don't know, but it looks amazing either way.
Oh, man.
I think they did it because they wanted to reward the O-lineman and they didn't have enough turkey legs.
Something like that, probably, yeah. That's smart. And then after, he retired from the booth, he continued on with Madden the game. And I played so much Madden that's what started my YouTube channel, was playing Madden and with a capture card. So my original name of 5 Points Vids was Madden 5 Points. So Madden, Coach Madden's name was in my original channel name.
I think actually your YouTube link still is Madden 5 Points.
I think it is. Yeah, I think that's the assigned link or whatever.
Yeah, this was before they did random generations.
Aside from that, people forget he won a Super Bowl as a coach.
That's the thing. Nobody remembers what he did as a coach because everything else transcended his impact on the field. which is crazy enough.
Right. Like it's like if maybe not if Bill Belichick came out with the greatest football game ever, but it's like that. Like John Madden was already a legend before he did the game, already a legend before he joined the booth. Like he could have just gone into obscurity then, but he had so much to offer and so much football knowledge to grace us with over the years. It's just a big loss and a big blow to the football community. I really just loved Madden. And the things about his personality, he refused to fly. So
he drove buses and trains, and
he had the Madden Cruiser. So,
dude, I feel like you appreciate him more when you get older, because when you think he's a teenager, it's like Summerall Madden, it's like, oh, they're boring. It's like this was like in their like twilight. And Summerall was kind of like, I think they were both in their 70s at the time.
Yeah.
So
the best thing ever was when my dad told me, he's like, dude, Pat Summerall is getting loaded the whole game. And then when I started watching the broadcast and listening to him slur and just get drunker as the game went on, it became way more entertaining.
Yeah.
Him
with the velvety swim. There's a touchdown.
There's a touchdown there. All right, Ooch is going to join us later. We are bringing the tier maker back. I'd like everyone, in the chat, if you have any memories of John Madden, if you have anything you want to share about John Madden, I'm sure Ooch will have plenty to say. We just got a fitty bomb from Hiei. We'll be talking about Madden and trying to remember things of him and his legacy. But the tier maker's back this week. This is the penultimate tier maker before the playoffs.
Yeah,
and we're really upset and sad about this loss to the community. Why don't you read this one here?
From Hiei 2K7, a regular contributor to the channel. The entirety of Alameda County, California is in mourning. From Oakland to Pleasanton and all points in between, John Madden was a good man, a patriarch, and a student of the game of football on its greatest stage. He will be sorely missed. Yeah, this is when they were in Oakland.
Yeah.
This is before they moved to LA, so.
Yeah. I mean, he was a member of, he made Oakland, he put them on the map.
Yeah, and it's another tough loss for a year where Oakland's just gotten battered in terms of everything that's happened to him. So,
yeah, at least he went out in 2021 so that he didn't start because like Betty White needs to make it to 2023.
Yeah, she's going to be almost 100, I think, right?
Yeah, I can't lose Betty White.
Nobody can lose Betty White.
Nobody can lose Betty White. All right, we got some supers here. Jerry Mejias, rest in peace, John Madden. Thank you.
Yeah.
Joey Overstrait, the great John Madden has joined the football gods. Rest in peace, you great sir. I'll always have respect for you, even as a Broncos fan. R.I.P. Tucker White 94. Sunday's Jets versus Jags game got me thinking what team should be relegated in all leagues. One based on this season and one for long-term agony. Oh, Jags deserve
relegation. I mean, especially with how bad they were. I think long-term, probably the Lions or Jets.
Yeah. Giants could find themselves in relegation.
You've won a bowl too early.
Yeah.
So it's too recent. I mean, your team is so far up its own ass that it's not even funny, but it's too early.
Pee Wee Pierre says, I trade every current NFL commentator for John Madden, barring Gus Johnson.
I'd say maybe Harlan. Harlan would be.
Kevin Harlan's good. Gus Johnson is good. I mean, Collinsworth is no one's gonna.
Now here's a guy.
Yeah, no one's gonna universally love Collinsworth. Like Al Michaels is okay, right? Like
Al Michaels. I mean, he's past his prime, but he's still pretty good. He can call a good game.
Right, but Madden was so universally loved. I think his legend grew. I think a lot of people like during his tenure, they're like, "What's with the boom and the
he got kind of like dull by the end. I think that's why, because like it was more like intense. He was more of an old style commentator.
Yeah, my favorite thing was once we graduated to like the PS1 or the PS2 Madden, and Madden was calling the games, and you would hear his commentaries like he was waiting for the play to get developed. And he got developed. He always would say stuff that like didn't make sense, but was always funny.
It was a Maddenism, baby.
Yep, those Maddenisms. And Dodger of Zion says, made it to the championship in both my fantasy league. South Carolina gets their bowl game in 2 days, and John Madden goes to join the football pantheon. Amen. Just he's in there with those legends, right? Like I could see an artist rendition of Newt Rockney on one side and
Lombardi, Paul Brown.
Lombardi, Paul
He's going to be calling a game with Pat Summerall in 3 days.
Pat Summerall's welcoming him in. And, Bob Greasy and Frank Gifford are all there. And they're just like, Johnny Unitas is there. And they're just like, come on, man.
He's in the training section with Curly Culp and Claude Humphrey. He's with them.
And then Jim Brown's like, I'm going to hit all you white folk.
Well, Jim Brown's not dead yet.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He's even
still
dead
alive.
yet. Whoops. Sorry about that. Jim Brown, keep doing what you do. Let's go to the tier maker. Bob isn't dead. Who else isn't dead? God, George Hallis will be
George
there.
Hallis, yeah.
Yep.
Paul Tagliabue. Well, not Tagliabue. Pete Rozelle, the great troll of the NFL. Al Davis. And Pete Rozelle still trying to fuck over Al Davis in the afterlife.
Walter Camp will be there.
Jim Thorpe, Red Grange, Bronco Nagurski.
No, I was thinking of Frank Gifford, not Bob Greasy. Sorry, guys. Sorry, I killed Bob Greasy.
Hey,
what's up, man? What's up, brother? Just remembering
John
Madden.
Man, just living through pain.
Yeah. Tough day for the football world.
Rest in peace to John Madden.
Now, I don't know about you, how it affected my, I was saying before the show, like John Madden was a big part of my youth, both in watching the games and playing the game. I'm sure it was like that for you as well.
Boom. See that offensive lineman right there? He takes that left step and he just flat backs him. Boom. See that? That's how you want to block.
That Brett Favre, he did love some Brett Favre.
Oh, he loved Brett Favre and boom, tough acting tonight.
Yeah, got that boom, tough
acting tonight.
Rub this on your balls. Yeah, Kenny Stabler would be there. We were just naming, if the heavens opened up, who would the legends of football be? You got Lombardi, you got Madden sitting down with Pat Summerall to call the game.
Mm-hmm.
You got
Howard Cosell.
He would be there.
Yeah,
Pete Rozelle.
Vince Scully will be up there soon enough. He called some football games in his time.
Yep. Lamar Hunt. Walter Camp should be there. He invented the dang game.
Madden and Pat Summerall, man, that was like the ultimate commentary combination.
Oh, yeah, like when you had a game commentated by those two, you knew you made it.
You were in a big game.
Yeah.
Or it's Thanksgiving.
That was that Thanksgiving game, and you're just like, hell yeah, we gonna get down. Paul Brown is in there. Walter Payton's out there on the field. Junior Seau. Sean Taylor's playing safety.
Mm-hmm.
Marty Schottenheimer, great coach, underrated coach. Just because he didn't win the big one doesn't mean that he wasn't.
I mean, and Bud Grant's still down here looking like he could kick my ass still. So,
yeah, Donnie Shula would be there. Yep, Donnie
Shula. Art Coryell. All right, Don Coryell.
Yep.
I think Levy's still alive. So.
Yep. Tom Landry. Landry would definitely be there.
Bowler cap.
Yep.
Bum Phillips in the 10-gallon hat.
Yep. As a Giants
Pat
fan,
Tillman.
Steve Owen. Pat Tillman's there.
Reggie White, that's a good one.
Reggie White is a great one.
Reggie White.
It's a great one.
The Minister of SAC. Or the Minister of Defense, sorry.
Minister of Defense. Some great ones of all time there. Graffon T. Roll says, for the first time since 2014, Rutgers of all teams is going bowling. And only because Texas A&M had to cancel their bowl appearance, Wake Forest gets a laughably bad matchup because of that technicality.
Hey, Greg Schiano's getting his stuff back together, I guess.
Yeah, I think the thing with these bowls, it's like I'm only gearing up for New Year's Eve, baby.
Yeah, we only care about the playoffs.
Yeah, playoffs. Row the Boat says Aaron Hernandez will not be there. The Rammers line says John Madden taught us USBA very valuable lesson. Always have fun on what you do and live your life to the fullest. Yeah, John Madden said in a quote, and I don't have it exactly. He says, I went from being a football player to a coach to a broadcaster. I've never worked a day in my life.
Yeah, as I said, I think we can safely say this. John Madden lived an all Madden life. And I know it's corny as hell, but it's true.
He had his own bus, man. He had the Madden Cruiser.
Madden bus. Remember on Thanksgiving, the turkey? He had that turkey.
Six-legged turkey, man. We were talking about that earlier. The turducken. I thought that was fake for a long time. And then I look up, it's actually real. It's like, I want that now.
Yes. I could imagine cutting it open.
John Madden again.
Because I'm a big fan of duck. Not everybody likes duck meat, but I love duck.
I love duck. My girlfriend hates it because she has a couple ducks. But dude, I will indulge in some really good duck.
Yeah.
Duck inside chicken mixed in with gravy, inside a turkey. They're all deboned. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. I fuck with duck. Yeah. I'll tell you that. And Matthew Miller says, RIP John Madden, an absolute legend in many ways. At least he got to spend one last Christmas with his family. Yeah, that is a good thing. All right, let's get to some tier maker. It was a weird week.
Oh, man, has it ever been?
Yep. The Titans outlasted the 49ers in a weird Thursday night game.
The Niners should have crushed them. I don't know how they didn't.
Jimmy G dislocated a finger, tore a ligament in his finger, threw some really bad balls in that game. I was like, they were up 13-0, getting ready to score or something like that, and then he threw a pick in the red zone, and I was like, oh, y'all fucked up. It makes you wonder. And San Francisco was playing well, and you got to give credit to the Titans for digging down and getting that win.
Especially after last week.
Really, man, they're going to win the division, the Titans are.
Well, I mean, it saved their season.
Yep.
It really did.
And the Niners
they were on the brink.
Are teetering. I mean, they're in a playoff spot right now at 8-7. Do we call them a playoff team? They've got
they're playoff worthy.
They're 6 seed.
Don't they have some more NFC West matchups though? They got some coming up.
Let me check real quick. I mean, they have Houston this week though.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So it's a good chance they win that one, and then the Rams in Week 18.
I'm taking them to fucking cover. They got the Texans. I don't give a fuck if the Texans.
I don't know, dude. I wouldn't guarantee it. These Texans, for some reason,
they gonna
bad as they are,
down.
they've surprised a little.
They gonna lay back down. That game was a fluke. The Chargers, someone poisoned their water or some shit. They gave them fucking icky diarrhea. Packers Browns. This was pretty much a must-win game for the Browns.
Yeah, and Baker Mayfield decided to
Baker
Mayfield.
Baker proves once again subtraction by addition. He came back and your boy Mojo Ooch was not high on Baker Mayfield, just thinks he's trash. And kind of
I've never been completely sold on him, dude. I just never have.
Never. I don't think I was either. I think he's starting caliber, but I wouldn't say he's
not top 5. He's got to put
he's not a franchise QB. The franchise QB gets you to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Repeatedly.
Yeah. Well, he got him there last year, but I don't know about this year. He's I don't know, man. That was a game that they had to have, and he played like dog shit. And honestly, everyone's like, 4 interceptions, 2 weren't his fault.
No, they were his fault.
2 are your fault.
Well, the problem is the 2, even if it is a penalty, why are you gunning it into double coverage on a first down?
For real.
Yeah.
In your own territory. And secondly, apparently the pass was deflected, but even then, you have 3 timeouts, and Nick Chubb is destroying this run defense. Why are you throwing?
No. Yeah. Packers are going to the Super Bowl, probably. Like, they look like a Super Bowl team.
Yeah, they're probably
They
guys
pulled out a win that they probably shouldn't have. That's the kind of thing Super Bowl teams do. But if Tom Grossi comes, we're putting them right there.
Yeah, well, I mean, they'll probably lose in the championship game, so we're all good.
Browns are in purgatory.
I think there are going to be a lot of teams in purgatory. So
yeah,
and
half
then
the NFL.
one more game, another Saturday game, which by the way, I love Saturday games. I love it. It's my
Christmas
favorite.
Saturday
Weird.
too.
Saturday football is weird if it's NFL. Well,
True,
only in the
but
playoffs is it cool.
I love Saturday, yeah, especially on the playoffs, because then you're like, I don't have to wait until tomorrow. Like,
Well,
I get
it helps me because it helps me spread out sports ball a little bit.
You like to spread it out, don't you? Huh?
Oh, you do too, buddy.
Yeah,
oh, you do.
that's right.
You do.
I'll
You
spread
like it more than I do, man. You
I'll
were a
spread
tight
it.
end once, and then you became a wide receiver.
Okay, that joke's been used since I was like 8 years old. Come on, man, get a better euphemism for butt sex.
Oh,
Okay.
shut up.
All right, toss salad, man. Colts. That, by the way, did scare me from prison forever. I was like, that guy exists. The toss salad man, the booty warrior,
Nasty Nate.
Nasty Nate. All right, Colts versus the Cardinals. Colts are the hottest team right now in football.
One of them, yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah,
how
for
it's going to
sure.
be this week because, I mean, Carson Wentz, has the Rona, but apparently they're changing the protocol from 10 days to 5. So there's a chance
they
that
don't want to
he
miss
could play.
games. They're like,
No, it's
"Oh,
because
you're
like they changed the
vaccinated."
protocol, and it's like, okay, so what happens to the players that missed 10 days before? Like Aaron Rodgers has kind of a point now, unfortunately.
Yep. Cardinals are going to the playoffs. They're probably winning that division, but like, no. Cardinals.
No, actually, they're actually behind now. The Rams,
yeah, they are.
Cardinals are fucking crashing and burning before
This
our
is
very
what they
eyes.
do every year, though.
Yeah,
This has
they
been
are.
Cliff Kingsbury's MO even in college. Like his teams will collapse at the end of seasons for whatever reason,
They're pulling,
and
into
they
the
have a good
playoffs.
chance of losing this week too because they're playing Dallas.
Yeah, they're like an action star at the end of the movie. You know, just coming in, just somehow still alive, but all beat up.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they are seriously, like, it looks like they're losing their confidence. It looks like too, which is even worse.
Yeah, and Kyler is not like, it's not good. Not good. Colts handled business. They got it done on a Saturday night.
Yeah, that saved their season too. That probably gives them a good shot to the playoffs because week after is Jacksonville, I think. So
yeah, they could get 10, 11 wins, you know, like it's very possible.
I mean, 10 wins I feel like gets you into the playoffs in the
this
AFC.
year for sure.
10 wins definitely. Like if you're
10
less than
wins will
10,
get you in.
no guarantees. So Steelers, we're probably still going to the 8-1 Super Bowl. We got Super
You can't even
Bowl.
say it confidently anymore.
We got our asses kicked. It's reality.
Lord.
But it is what it is.
I think if the Steelers go to the Super Bowl, I'll drive up to Pittsburgh.
If they go to the Super Bowl, I'll be laughing hysterically for an hour straight.
Okay, if they win the Super
go to
Bowl.
the Super Bowl,
Not if they just
we're
go
all
to the
going
Super Bowl. If they win the Super Bowl, I'll drive to your house, knock on your door, and let you punch me in the face. Okay, like you gotta
I'll
wear
record
boxing
that
gloves,
shit.
but I'll knock on your door and be like, Steelers gone to, and then as I'm saying it, you punch me in the face.
Oh boy.
Urban Alvarado, I know NBC does the Turkey Awards for best players in the Thanksgiving, but I feel for all games for Madden turduckens for MVPs on that day. Yeah. We should just give away Madden turduckens. Oh, we got another 50 bomb here.
Mm.
Very
50,
nice.
where is it?
I got it.
You got it.
Raphael Ledoux. 50 for John Madden. Playing Madden 06, it made my fandom in football that you tree help with these videos. Rip John Madden. Yeah, I agree on that.
What was your favorite Madden?
Ooh, favorite Madden? I'd probably say I remember my first one was
I'd say
93. Like
Madden.
stepbrother had it. So my first real one was 95 when I was a kid. But I would say
I
my
had every
favorite
one of them.
was probably 99 when they first came out with a franchise mode.
I think Madden I want to say like the one with Vic on the cover was my
I
favorite.
think it's 07, baby.
Yeah, that was the best one. It had everything.
Or is that?
Even though I was a 2K player, I love that
I was
Madden.
2K.
Let me look up Madden 07.
No, Madden 07.
No, that
was
had Sean Alexander.
Yeah,
no,
Madden 04 was. Yeah, 04.
04 with Vic on the cover and the vision cone, because I was sick with the vision cone. Like, I knew how to look off receivers, and then when I saw my guy, I would turn the cone. And like, it didn't matter to me what the quarterback was ranked, because I knew how to lock on and then throw. Like, I was sick with that. Madden 07 was good. Gosh, a lot of people are. It's tough to say between 04 and 07. But I think
everything up to Madden 12 was good. Madden 12 was like the last good one.
Yeah. And then Madden 13 was terrible. I was good at Madden 14, but I didn't like the game. Like, that was the game that I was best at, because I knew how to manipulate it.
And now the Maddens now are just fucking trash.
It's glitch fest. Glitch fest.
It's
microtransactions.
Disrespect to the man's name now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, at least now he doesn't have to put up with an awful game.
I don't think he cared. He had royalties coming in every year.
He would get pissed off, though. He got really mad that people would go for it like on 4th and 30 and get it. Like, he got
because
really
that's
mad.
I mean, most people do that nowadays, though.
Yeah. He got pissed off. So he wanted them to put in like measures to make that more difficult.
Oh yeah, because all they did like in like the early 2000s Maddens, and I hated this. All they do was throw it deep, and they catch it like 90% of the time. Even though 13, like the NFL adapted to Madden in that regard. So
Madden 13 was so bad because you could, if you timed it right, you could get an onside kick. Oh. If you knew what you were doing, you can convert on 4th down every time. And if you knew how to set up like all these hot blitzes, like you could get on the QB.
Oh, you could do the nano blitzes. Those were nano blitzes where you could not block them. You literally could not block them.
No, you couldn't slide protect or do anything. It was like you snapped and then you were sacked and you're like, this is crap. And then the dude that won the championship problem, he had this glitch play where he could score a 2-point conversion every time. It was
ridiculous. The one that won the last Madden championship, he put a punter at quarterback.
Yeah, all they did was run.
And you know why he put him at quarterback?
Because the animation to the left was just a little bit faster.
Right. And he beat the best Madden players in the world, okay?
Without passing the ball.
Without passing. And that had to make Madden just be like, fuck this game.
That had to be the most disgusting. I mean, as a company, how can you look at that and be like, you know what? Our game is good. Like, that's like, that exposed EA Sports truly for just being fucking hacks.
Yeah.
You're mean to tell me that this is supposed to be simulation football, but I can go get a punter, put him at quarterback, I think he had an offensive lineman at tight end that he could line up at receiver. And I can literally take advantage of an animation being just a little bit faster, and because he's left-handed, and I can just run the ball the entire game and beat everybody.
It is a testament. Like, I don't think the developers can't anticipate how good these fucking Madden players are because they just study how to break the game. Like, they spend all day trying to break that game.
They know that their game is broken. They know the developers have come out and said that they're literally, the programming for Madden is so broken that at one point, graphically, for some reason, under the field of play was the framework graphics for like an old Madden game. And if they changed that framework graphics, it would crash the entire engine. Like, they had to keep it in there. Literally, code that if you move it, it will destroy the entire game.
You have to recode.
I think the developers wanted to make a better game, but EA was like, we need you to skin the ultimate team cards.
We need that ultimate team card.
The ultimate team
we need you
money.
Right. We need you to put
monetization, baby.
Right. We need you to put some code in the auction house so that people can't get the good cards without buying packs. Can you do that instead of making the game any good? And then the developers would be like, here we go.
No, you need to code the SpongeBob SquarePants Stadium.
Yeah.
Think about this. These motherfuckers were supposed to be putting in they had a roadmap that they swore that this was going to happen. They were going to introduce these new mechanics in the franchise mode.
Yeah.
And they canceled it halfway through the
they
season.
said, fuck
They're
it.
like, remember all that stuff we said we were going to put in the franchise? Yeah, we're canceling that. We're not going to do it.
Yeah, they said they had one update.
Yeah. And they went out and did a PR campaign because Soft Drink, who's been on the show, did a hashtag EA drop
NFL drop EA.
NFL drop EA, and they had to address it. It got so bad, and they changed nothing. They had literally
that's
nothing.
how they always do it. They do lip service, and they do a couple minor changes, but don't really change anything.
Yeah.
That's how they do
Pee Wee Pierre says Tree looks like TJ Watt. I'm sure that's a first. No, Tree looks like Ben
I've gotten it a couple times.
Jared Goff, Ryan Gosling.
I've gotten JJ Watt.
JJ Watt. You're not as ripped as JJ.
I don't see the Ben Roethlisberger.
You look creepy. That's
I know, right? I'm sorry. I've been banned from a couple chat rooms. I've been trying to reform myself. I get it.
We've all been
fucking
there.
Asshole.
Matthew Miller also. I will miss out on Madden
chat. We first met.
I think it was the Discord server for creepy old guys. Matthew Miller says also I will miss out on Madden's family giving out half-pound Hershey bars every Halloween.
Oh,
wow.
Geez,
were they that house?
Hershey bars.
Were they that house?
That's the house everyone goes to, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Half-pound Hershey bars.
Yeah. If you're giving away like the one that you get from like the Hershey store in Times Square where it's like this big and you're like, holy crap, they give away those? Man, the Maddens are true legends. True legends. All right, back to the tier maker. Lions, Falcons, we know where both of these teams. Well, actually, the Falcons have pulled out a decent season for themselves, still in playoffs.
It's agony.
They're in purgatory. Don't
It's
get
like,
me wrong.
God, just let it end.
Did anyone have them winning 7 games?
No, they're having a respectable season, and I think that's a win in the best way for them.
And
I think it's like a goodbye for Matt Ryan if you think about it.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. The Lions have fallen out of the tank offs. I mean, they're still there, they're close, but they are looking on the outside looking in for the number 1 pick, which there's a team that we will be talking about later, which was the original title of this show until we found out John Madden died. But we'll get to that one when we get to their game. Rams, Vikings. Rams looking like a playoff team. Division, maybe Super Bowl. Not going to put them up there yet.
Yeah, they're division right now.
I'll give them. They're going to be a contender legitimately, but yeah. I mean, I think that, and I hate to say it, I think Matthew Stafford will throw one too many picks, and that'll doom them.
Now that
in the playoffs.
I guess the Vikings are magical purgatory.
They're a purgatory. They're I should put them right in garbage because they are a brutally frustrating team, and all they do is suck the life out of everything they do. You have 3 turnovers, 2 in the end zone, and you still can't win.
Who are they playing?
They're playing Green Bay. So if they lose and San Fran and Philly win, they're done.
So they have a must-win against Green Bay, who they got lucky in beating once already.
I don't think that's happening again.
And they got Matt Nagy and the Bears. They're going to finish 8-9 or 9-8, or no,
probably
8-9, which is perfect Kirk Cousins trajectory.
Well, it's Mike Zimmer trajectory.
Mediocre on the field, mediocre in the standings. Even though he's having a great year, let's not knock his statistical excellence this year.
The Vikings should encase themselves in plexiglass because I feel like a bunch of fans want their head.
All right. Here we are. The Tank Bowl.
Ooh.
Q round.
What a game. What a game. Super Tank Bowl, baby. Uche's about to die.
Jets and the Jaguars. My God.
Says something when you make the Jets look like a competent football organization.
Uche, I got some tough realities here to explain, to drop on you. The Jaguars showed some fight against a terrible football team. Let's give them credit. But on the last play of the game,
they fought hard.
They played.
I want to know what
they grinded. They battled.
That is something that the mistake that they made in the last play of the game, when you literally you were at the fucking 1 yard line to win the game. Illegal motion.
And it was still incomplete.
Yeah, it was still incomplete, but fuck.
Yeah.
I can.
Actually, it happened twice, if I remember correctly. I think they were at the one once, and then they had to go back because of another penalty, if I remember correctly.
Hold on, we gotta call this up. I gotta see this play again to just laugh, because the illegal shift.
It's literally the mistake that you make on the first day of training camp.
All right, hold on. Let me call it up. They want to run another ad because this is how we make money on YouTube. Hold on.
It's the NFL. Got to make that money, baby.
Got to make that money. It's Patrick Mahomes. All right, State Farm. Hold on. Got to call it up. All right, another ad. Okay, here it is. Nope, that's 3rd and goal. Hold on. Here's the sequence. Here's part of the sequence. Let's bring this in. All right. Here's 3rd and goal. All right. 4th and goal. Here we are. Here it is. Bunch for
what?
Oh,
Why
no.
Actually, Highlight Heaven has it. Highlight Heaven has it. Jets win the Tank Bowl. That's the one you got to look up. Because I don't know why they didn't show the most important play of the game.
Yeah, that's stupid.
It's like, they don't want to see 4th down.
All right, they cut the play to put. I guess they isolated it. Okay, here it is. 4th and goal.
Rewind back. Yeah. See, that's on the quarterback. That
freeze it right here. So 36 here. Is he the illegal shift?
Yeah, he has to stop before they snap the ball.
Well, the problem is they have 2 seconds left. He didn't realize how much time they had.
He tried to stop, and then it was a horrible throw. Anyways,
he forced one-on-one coverage.
And, yep. They just little thickness right there. Let's rewind that. Hold on. Let's go back.
God.
Go back.
It's so bad. It's like, wow.
Well, we got a freeze right there. There you go.
I see what you're doing. Yeah, that
had to freeze frame that play right there.
I mean, it was just bad, dude. I mean, look, and okay, so if you want to like really go back to what is the root of this problem, the root of this problem is you didn't get the play in on time. That's why they were set up the way they were. Because when they got to the line of scrimmage, knowing you got what? I think they had multiple motions on that play. I think they had 2 motions. I'm not sure. But regardless, when you have to get to the line of scrimmage by 17 seconds. That's when you got to be out the huddle by 17 seconds. So if you got shifts, audibles, everything can be made. You don't have to hurry up. It's 4th down. If they had a timeout, you take a timeout and you get a play set and you run it. And when you come out of the huddle with 10 seconds left, the quarterback doesn't get a chance to look at the defense. He got to get his motion. By the time he's getting his motion, after he's waiting, after you wait on the line to make their call, you motion your receiver, your tight end over. It was a rookie mistake in that he had to snap it, so he just rushed it. But he got to the line fairly late in the play clock to begin with, which is on the coaches. The play should have been in. That's what it boils down to.
Here's what's disappointing, right? Okay, so they fire Urban Meyer, Darrell Bevell's the offensive coordinator. Like, they didn't install a new offense with this new coach. Like, they're not doing anything different than they did under Urban. In fact, they should be more competent. They should be ready.
I thought they would have played their best game of the season. I thought they would have played their best game of the season.
He's had 12, 14 games to get used to this offense, and then you come out and you're unprepared. But think about all this, the 59 minutes before them. They shouldn't be in that situation. They gave up, what, a 70-yard run to fucking Zach Wilson, where the tackling effort on that run was unacceptable at the end. I'm like, it's fucking Zach Wilson, okay? Yeah. Like, I felt for you, Ooch. I was like, this is a team.
How about the fucking kickoff return?
Barrios, yeah. I mean, to be fair, Jacksonville didn't have Miles Jack or Josh Allen, but still, that's inexcusable.
And you get Trent Baalke next year to blow another top.
Actually, 5. I wouldn't be talking if I were you, because your team is in some deep shit of its own.
Don't listen. We'll talk about the Giants when we get to the Giants. Okay.
He said, "Hey, don't put me in this shit."
My favorite part of the Jacksonville, they're looking at bringing back Nathaniel Hackett. Now, if you're familiar with that name, his offenses were so incompetent in 2018 under Blake Bortles that they fired him halfway through the year. I remember this because it was right after the Pittsburgh game, and I remember saying, "It's like, why do you keep running up the middle? Like they're seeing it all the way." And then the Steelers ended up coming back to win because the Jags self-destructed. And suddenly, you have Aaron Rodgers and all this talent, and Jacksonville wants to bring you back for another interview.
We ain't even done with the Jaguars, Ooch. I'm sorry. Today, they asked permission to interview Dan fucking Quinn.
Dan Quinn.
Yeah, I laughed. I fucking did a double take. I said, wait. You mean to tell me you actually are considering the man responsible for the most humiliating collapse of any team in team sports?
Multiple. All he did was choke.
Yeah. He had a 28-3 lead in the Super Bowl, a deficit that no fucking team has ever come back from in a Super Bowl game in the history of football. And you lost.
He also let the Patriots come back on his Seahawks in that other Super Bowl where Russell Wilson didn't give the ball to Marshawn. Now, not as much.
That's more on. I mean, that's more Carroll.
But they still gave up 28 points or whatever, how many fucking points to the fucking Patriots when they had the Legion of Boom. Okay,
28-3 is Dan Quinn's fucking legal middle name. Dan, 28-3 Quinn. He should never be considered for a head coaching job again.
I think the Seahawks had a 10-point lead in that game too. So a lot of now, don't get me wrong. Dan Quinn this year as a coordinator,
he's great. That's fine.
Highly competent. He has got Micah Parsons playing well. He's got Trayvon Diggs. Like the Dallas Cowboys, I hate to say this, have a scary
defense is playing lights out.
Yeah, because of Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn should get all the credit in the world. But I would never
hold on. A little caveat there. It's not very hard to make a couple of adjustments to a defense that man for man is more talented than most defenses, if not all defenses in the NFL.
True, but you got to be smart enough. You got to be smart enough to let your guys do their thing.
You got to let them do their thing.
And not be rigid and be like, oh, we're running Tampa 2, and that's
because let's not fool ourselves. Even though the Cowboys do look really good right now, this is not anything. This is really not new territory. They've always been an immensely talented roster every year, every single year. Somehow they do great drafting. The Cowboys do better drafting than anybody.
I'm still pissed off that they
get elite level players repeatedly, and
any team could use Micah Parsons right now. Any team. And Trayvon Diggs. They got them both in the same draft.
Yeah.
Just pisses me off, dude. Eagles, let's stop bodying the Jaguars. Now, Kellen Moore, let me ask you this. Would you take Kellen Moore as your head coach?
I don't know enough about that guy. I have not heard great things about him. People have commented to me talking about, he's not There have been Cowboy. I was reading Cowboy fan comments that were saying they didn't like him, but I don't know. I don't know what his situation is.
I think the problem with Kellen Moore is I think he's a competent coordinator. He could have Josh McDaniels syndrome where he's just hired way too soon as a head coach, and he's just not ready to do all the big boy things that a coach does.
Yeah, because I mean the coordinator and the head coach are still different. They're not. It's a different style. Like you have to change your style a little bit as a head coach.
You're now
possibly
a
he could be somebody who is a decent enough. I mean, I don't know, man. I can't make a decision on him. Now, one person I do think should be the front runner is Jim Caldwell. We're talking about making a team that's not good.
Yeah,
and just good is enough. Done that.
Yeah,
just good is enough.
Technically, a weird suggestion of a decent coach to hire would probably be Marvin Lewis if you're looking to build culture.
Yeah,
Marvin Lewis is solid. That's another guy who can be a solid.
I mean, he needs someone who's going to build the foundation. And I mean, Jim Caldwell would be good. A Marvin Lewis would be good.
But
like an old coach.
Ironically, Dan Quinn could do that, but that's not who you want to do that because eventually he's gonna blow big games. All right, we know that the Jaguars are gonna have a top pick. They're gonna get Aiden Hutchinson or some shit.
Well, Kayvon Thibodeau probably.
Yeah.
If I was them, I would trade that first overall pick for 3 more picks in the draft. 4 more.
Yeah, for a team that's desperate for a pass rusher or for a quarterback for sure. Especially when you already have Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah. You only people are talking about this D end. I've never even heard of him, but they're saying he's a generational talent. If he was a generational talent,
yeah.
If he was, I would have heard about him. I knew about Trevor Lawrence. I knew about Joe Burrow. You know what I mean?
Well, the 2 big ones are Thibodeau and Aiden Hutchinson.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Matt Corral, the quarterback.
I mean, when I hear people say generational talent at DN, number 1 overall pick, I think of DeMario Williams. Not a generational talent.
Yeah, but the Bosas have worked out, wouldn't you say? I mean, the Bosas when they're
number 1, they weren't first overall.
One of the Bosas went 1-1.
He was 2, actually 2.
Okay, 2.
Yeah,
that was Murray year.
There hasn't been a defensive player go 1-1 in a while.
Miles Garrett. Miles Garrett was the last one.
Yeah, well, he was worth it for sure. Miles Garrett, stud. All right, Eagles, Giants, fuck the Giants.
Oh, come play with us. Come on down.
You're gonna keep Joe Judge and Danny Derps. This was a crucial year, and you're gonna do fuck all about it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You're gonna
that's
promote.
As bad as
what the
Jaguars
from
did.
within. It's the Giants.
We're not even gonna fire this bum.
Are you still talking?
Yes, I am still talking because your Giants are fucking irrelevant trash. You derped your way into 2 Super Bowls, and suddenly you think you're the hottest shit. Jim Mara's treating you like a fucking trash can. There you go. He's kicking you to the ground. Congratulations. Maybe he'll put a free medium soda in your carcass while it's rotting away from all the horrible Giants football. You fucking coward, get back here. I eat my punishments for Steeler football. He eats his punishments for Jacksonville football. And you're out here being a little bitch because Danny Derps is out. It's like, oh no, my neck hurts. Oh no, I'm Saquon Barkley. I'm going to get injured and then get traded and suddenly magically get healthy. Your team fucking sucks, dude. I hope they keep Dave Gettleman, you worthless piece of shit.
Mike Gannon for quarterback in 2022.
No, actually, they're not changing the damn thing.
Are we done?
Yes, we are done. For now. Stop dragging your feet, asshole.
Oh, he's got Giants colors on right now. Look at him.
Pretty much.
Listen. All right. Everything you said is true. I hope they bring Gettleman back because I can't ever have nice things.
I like laughing at your team at the draft, too.
Daniel Jones should come back because he's so great at
fumbling.
Fumbling and passing the torch to Mike Glennon and Jake Fromm. Jake Fromm was so bad they had to bring in
Mike Glennon. Jake from State Farm.
They're not picking up the option on Saquon, so the one good thing that we had to root for has been mediocre at best this year.
We might could take him in Jacksonville now that James Robinson blew his Achilles.
Yeah,
which is a shame.
Only like 1/3 of players come back from an Achilles injury.
Yeah, Achilles is not good. That's what ACLs were 15 years ago.
Demaryius Thomas came back from both. He tore both his Achilles and ended up coming back. Wasn't the same player afterwards, but tough son of a bitch. Demaryius Thomas, rest in peace as well.
Rest in peace.
This team is going nowhere probably for the next 4 years. Like, we're going to have to rebuild again. We're going to have 2 top picks. Also, thanks, Seahawks, for blowing that game and costing us another slot in the draft. Appreciate it.
It's officially over for the Seahawks.
Fuck yourself.
Yeah, fucking Seahawks. That era is about to close.
It's bad in New York, so we know all these things. At least we're not the Jets. That's all I have to say.
Dude, at least I think the Jets might have a brighter future than you right now.
The Eagles are the hottest team in the NFC East besides the Cowboys. They're 8-7, and they're probably going to play
wild card right now
in a playoff game.
How the fuck did the Eagles make the wild card? They suck.
It's been a weird year.
They're this year's Chicago from last year.
Well, it's not worst case scenario for them since they're not really buying anything. Like, they're not going to delude themselves, hopefully. But
Dr. Shallow says, rest in peace. He's referring to John Madden. Sean Pinkerton, Madden's final broadcast, Super Bowl 43. A great game to end a great career. RIP John Madden as a tribute. Boom. Tough acting to acting. So he called the Packers and the Steelers.
Yep.
Wow, I can't believe that he was still active.
It was Cardinals Steelers.
Cardinals Steelers.
Cardinals Steelers. That was 2009?
2009. Yeah.
2009. Wow. Was Summer all on that call too?
No, Al Michaels.
Al Michaels.
Remember, he was with Al Michaels when Summer
retired. By Santonio Holmes.
Oh.
Bruh, those guys' voices on Madden video games brings back so much nostalgia.
Oh my gosh. It's just amazing. Uncultured Barbarian. Before the video game, my generation really got to know him from the Miller Lite beer commercials. Monday Night Football. Yep. Those Miller Lite commercials taste great, less filling.
I saw one of them on Twitter. It's funny.
Dixie Craft. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through Nashville, not a creature was stirring except the 49ers, who shot themselves in the foot for Vrabel and squad to see.
Oh, yeah. That was bad.
Crap.
And
we were praising the Niners, too, so it's like...
I mean, but it's been that kind of season, man. No team has really had no team has been like, you know, every year there's like 2 or 3 teams that they win. They just keep winning. They keep, you know, they may lose a couple of games, but this year teams will win like 4 games, 5 games, and they'll drop 4.
Yeah.
You'll be like, what the fuck?
They'll get injured. They'll get COVID. Like, I think the thing is like, because it's a 17-game schedule, the year started off a little off, and then everything's been off since. It's just been an off. It's a weird year. We're not used to this. Graph on T-roll with the Sonics long gone, the Mariners missing another postseason, the Kraken having growing pains now, the Seahawks regressing. I'm waiting for the 3rd Como documentary. Also, RIP Madden Golden Hybrid says Jets fan friend wants to ask your opinion on Wilson. I think Wilson has potential. You got him running all around the field.
He needs the right environment to thrive in.
Yeah, I think Salah's got him. You know, like, look, did anyone have the Jets winning 4 games?
Maybe.
They should win.
Yeah, I could have seen 4 games. I thought Salah would have brought I thought that he would build a good culture there. I mean, and I think he is starting to lay the bricks. I mean, it's not there, but
they've doubled their win output. You can't.
The Jets are a long-term build.
You gotta be happy.
That's literally a 4-year build. By the 4th year, you'll have a competitor for the playoffs.
I would say, honestly, the Jets are headed in a better direction than the Giants. The Jets
I said that earlier, and you denied me and walked off like a bitch.
Well, I don't listen, Tree Duckin. I don't give a shit about your opinion. My opinion on the Jets and the Giants is the valid one. You talk about Steelers going to the Super Bowl and all that bullshit.
Oh, they're going Super Bowl. They're going 8-1 Super Bowl.
Madden 22 Super Bowl.
Yeah, you can get that same ending.
BS where they could do that in Madden.
Every year, you can get that same ending.
We're going Super Bowl.
Same animation. All right. Where are we? Let's get through some games. All right, Bills Patriots.
A huge win for Buffalo. That saved their soul.
Huge.
Yeah, they had to have it.
Hugest win. And not only that, they have tiebreaker for their division.
Josh Allen is back.
He played out of his mind.
He played a great game.
Made throws. Took some of the legacy of McCorkle Jones down a little notch. Patriots are going to the playoffs.
Both are making the playoffs. It
pretty much locked that up.
Card and who's
Pretty
that'd be a good time, a good game to play a third match of Bills Patriots wild card weekend.
Yeah, they need a rubber match. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they do need a rubber match. Probably Monday night because that's the kind of game that would make the big bucks and the big ratings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I don't get the Monday night playoffs, but whatever.
Then it'll be what's his name? What's the Buffalo's coach? The bald guy.
Sean McDermott.
McDermott.
Yeah, McDermott.
It'll be his time to shine. Whether he can outfox the man that has teabagged his division for 20 years. 20 plus years, Bill Belichick has wreaked havoc on the NFC East. I couldn't imagine being a fan of one of the other three teams and just being like, every fucking year, these guys.
That's how the fuck I was with the Colts.
Yeah.
I'm like, Jesus Christ, can they stop winning?
Fucking year. All right. A game that blew me away as well. Bengals Ravens. Joe Burrow.
They got crushed.
Goes out and shows you what he can do when he has time and his guys can get open and he can pick people apart. The guy was a stud in college. Guy was a stud last year before he hurt his knee, and he's proving it now. And Cincinnati is
a force.
Might win that division.
They're winning in. And they've got the Chiefs, but they have Cleveland the week after. Cleveland's a very winnable game.
Yeah.
Chiefs, I don't know.
Chiefs, the Chiefs are literally the hottest team in the NFL right now. They are tough out, looking like a Super Bowl team, honestly. But the Bengals, their stock is rising. The Ravens, they're
falling hard.
Falling.
Like it says something when you're forced to sign Josh Johnson as a quarterback, and he's one of the better players on that team.
Who do they have next week? The Ravens.
They have, I think, the Rams. And then the Steelers in week 18.
They could be at 500.
They might not win a game.
Yeah.
They're collapsing. And it makes sense because their whole year was smoke and mirrors. Like they were they were getting really lucky on a lot of their games.
They could lose out and be 8-9 and still somehow maybe backdoor into the Super Bowl. Into the playoffs. But how terrible would that be? Well, let's see. Do the Chargers play the Raiders again? Okay, so the Chargers are going to play the Raiders.
So if the Chargers and Raiders win, one of them's probably guaranteed a wildcard spot.
Yep.
Oh, by the way, good Dusty Boy with a 40 bomb as well. Hey, guys, I got COVID, but I'm doing good. I wanted to thank you guys for always giving me something to look forward to every Tuesday night. Love you guys, dude. Hey. COVID's going around, man. I mean –
hey, man, it's going around big time, everywhere right now.
Yeah, I was in contact with somebody that had it about a week ago. I didn't find out, but it looks like I'm okay. I have no symptoms.
So my wife sings in the church choir. Entire church choir got COVID. Oh. She's the only one, basically. Her and one other person. And she's taken 3 COVID tests, all negative. I'm like, how does this? I'm like, honey, we must have had it, and we just have the antibodies. Because because the girl next to her that was singing got it. The girl next to her was singing that got it. I'm like, how the hell do you not have it?
Might be antibodies.
Right? Maybe we already had it.
I don't know. I keep thinking I've had it before because I remember being inexplicably sick in 2019.
So Blaylock had it last week on the show on your tier maker.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. He should be fine, right? He's doing all right.
He's good. He's good.
This version, the Omicron, is
they said it's tough. 50 times more contagious, but not as
deadly.
Dangerous.
Well, that's how it usually is. It's either you increase virility or and decrease like severity or increase severity, decrease virility because it burns itself out.
Hey, what's up, Darian? All right,
up, man?
John Madden. You know what the next variant is after this? It's the pi variant.
3.14R not, baby.
Yep. That's what you get for learning the Greek alphabet in college. All right. You read some super starting at Uncultured Barbarian.
Can't wait for clickbait D&D. Tree will be great as Yinzer the Barbarian, and 5 points can be the Ninja Master. I was going to say something giant oriented, but they break him enough in real life. And that's pretty much an agreed statement right there.
Yep, thanks.
Nick Leroy, Madden called Patriots for Super Bowl win. Rip.
Yeah.
Wow. 90. America, fuck yeah. Playing so to win the
come to save the motherfucking day, yeah.
So glad the Sea Chickens are officially in the dead tier. Suck at 12s. Never forget passing on the one during Super Bowl 40.
Oh, wow, he's going for the jugular right there. That's super.
I mean, dude, as you think about it, the Seahawks, what are they going to be known for? Passing the ball on the 1 yard line.
Yeah,
not even a Super Bowl. They won a Super Bowl, and they're going to be more known for fucking up. That's all you need to say.
Everybody likes the downfall.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, they painted a big target on their back.
Yeah,
they really did. The fan base,
they became
one of the most cancerous fan bases of all time. One of the most.
Oh yeah.
Bandwagon as hell. And that's saying someone from a Steelers fan. And we know what cancer is as a fan base.
Cancer survivors on multiple occasions.
The Seahawks bandwagon showed up and disappeared like the Warriors bandwagon. Like that, like all of a sudden, motherfuckers wearing Golden State like city jerseys and shit. And then when Klay Thompson got hurt, all that shit was shelved. Like,
they went to Lakers jerseys.
I had this shirt.
They all went to Lakers. You damn right they did. Now they're all like looking for a team now because the Lakers is looking like shit.
As soon as Anthony Davis got signed, they're like, let me buy my Lakers gear.
Yeah, I mean, they won a Mickey Mouse title. They were pretty much gifted a ring.
Yeah, now they're ironing their Warriors shirt.
And now it's just like a bunch of like old all-stars and names. The passing static. Who would be in your sports announcer Mount Rushmore?
Probably Scully for sure.
Madden. I'm trying to think who else.
Gary Thorne for hockey. Like Gary Thorne's the greatest hockey.
I would probably say Doc Emmerich. I'd throw Emmerich.
Oh yeah. I would put Doc ahead of Gary Thorne. All right, so Doc.
The one more.
You got to pick one from each sport. So
what would it be like? Marv Albert?
He like.
I feel like we should do another football announcer. We should do probably Cosell. Did we already say Cosell?
Cosell's in there. Cosell, like as far as revolutionizing the booth, Cosell did it. Al Michaels is a legend.
Michaels is close. He'll be another consideration.
Vin Scully. I'm gonna put.
I put Scully in there
on the Mount Rushmore, and then I gotta put Doc Emmerich. So that's it. It's the Mount Rushmore concept is so difficult because you
only can pick four,
right? 4.
It's easier to pick 4 presidents than
All right.
4.
Keep reading.
Pat B. Walter Payton running versus Lyle Alzado and Reggie White.
Ooh, Lyle Alzado, great one.
Vegas Dew for 2,500 Costa Rican Colon. I became an NFL fan thanks to Steve Sabol and the epic music of NFL films. Another legend. Sam Spence, dude.
Yeah.
I feel bad that like most people, more people know Sam Spence from SpongeBob SquarePants. They don't even know the name of like the composer than they do for NFL films.
Yeah, dude.
Because I know like people say like, oh, you use a lot of SpongeBob music. It's like I use Up She Rises, which is a classic NFL films like track. It's like this is Sam Spence.
Oh, the banner.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a mix of like a different song.
The frozen tundra. Like I remember the NFL films when Detroit lost. When they
tundra.
When they went 0-16.
Boys are made to men.
So when Detroit went 0-16, it was like, you may not have won the game, but you definitely felt it. and
then they have like highlights of hard hits with like stock sound effects.
And it was like, look, you might have you might have got the win, but you definitely recognize that you played a football game on Sunday. let's not take away the credit.
You might not have experienced a win, but you certainly felt it.
NFL Films was so
like
great.
all those sound effects and like helmets popping off.
The other great thing about
decapitating.
The other great thing about NFL Films was they would show plays from angles that you had never seen before, and you'd be like, holy shit. Like they would show the drama of the play, or some like the spiral just floating there,
the slow motion spiral. I used to think like when I was a kid, it's like, man, they played football a lot slower back then. Like they'd be like running in slow motion. It's like, man, I can run like this. Man, players got a lot faster. It's like you don't realize it's actually an editing technique to make it more epic.
Dude, NFL Films was amazing. Amazing. Star Force 97. Hard to believe I visited the Pro Football Hall of Fame this morning before the news broke. Even saw Madden's bust during our tour of the museum. RIP. Yeah. The Hall of Fame is a really good museum, too. Charlie
Tekupetla.
Drink one for Trevor. Drink one for the Jags fan base. If we still have one. Drink one for Uche for sticking this long, even after retirement. Drink one for the boys. Drink one last for me. Jonathan Hill, I felt bad for the Steelers. I felt worse for the Washington football team. They got violated.
Oh, they got destroyed. I mean, dude, when you bring in your own team's benches, you better be looking out for some smack. And I know they did it as retribution. It's like, bitch, you come into our house, you do that shit, we're going to fuck you up.
Well, they did it to them, and they couldn't fuck them up. So what made them
the
think
defense
bringing their bench
like they did that? And they've done it for 2 weeks. I don't think they should do it against the Giants, or else they're going to somehow get killed.
Yeah,
they have chosen death.
Spartan Win, do you think it would be fair to call the 2021 Jags one of the worst teams of all time? No, they won 2 games. Come on, despite being coached by Urban Meyer, they won 2 games. Not the worst team of all time. Worst team of all time. To me, ooh, that's a tough one.
We have to go like the core basics: the 08 Detroit Lions, the 76 Bucks,
the Colts,
the 17 Cleveland Browns,
the last Baltimore Colts team. I would say the 0-16 Lions, pretty much. Probably
they were bad.
They were bad. Like it wasn't even close. Like at least in the Cleveland, they came close to winning.
They had some really bad games, though.
Yeah. All right. Bus Bear, hey, Uche, as a Badgers fan, do you have any funny stories about playing Wisconsin or Big Ten team?
Well, we played in Wisconsin 2003. We were like ranked 10th in the country, I think, something like that. And they were, this is when they had, was this when they had Ron Dane? No, this was after him, I think. No, he was there. Anyways.
No, that's
we beat these cats, and that was one of the hardest games we had. We beat them on the last second field goal because it was like that was one of the hardest stadiums to play in. It was ridiculous. After the game, they rushed our team bus. They started shaking the bus and throwing shit at the windows and giving us middle fingers. Like they were trying to fight the fans. They were shaking the bus. We're like, oh my God.
That's passion right there. Like, damn, take your L. Holy shit.
Take your L. Shit. It was a good game.
Damn.
That's my Wisconsin story.
Ron Dane was being a bust on the Giants in 2003. I remember.
Okay, yeah, he wasn't there. It was somebody else. They had another running back that was
they followed somebody. Monty Ball, I think, was the guy after, right?
Monty Ball was like, I think that was a little bit after, but I think it was pretty close. I remember Monty Ball. He was good.
He
went to Denver, right?
Yeah. The Wizard of Monty Ball. Pens and Avs and Pat's Fandom 98. Despite the loss to the Bills, do the Patriots still have a great chance to make the playoffs? Of course.
Yes, they do. They have a 1-win advantage over the teams that are extra. They play Jacksonville, or they play the Jets in Week 17. And I think they should be okay. I think they played Jacksonville this week. Let me check.
All right. Bud Pounder 420. I'm going to the Packers game on Sunday.
Yeah, they play Jacksonville and then Miami. So Jacksonville, this is their chance to make it.
What are the chances that this is Rodgers' last regular season home game as a cheesehead? Also, Tree go lose weight.
Oh,
Man.
come on, dude. That's
Come
not
on.
fair. That's a low blow. You're suddenly
Come
doing a nice
on.
question. It's like, little fat fuck. It's like,
We
I
don't
get it. I'm a fat
attack
ass.
people's physical appearances
Yeah, except you.
on
You're
camera
fucking baldy.
anymore.
Bald piece of shit.
We only do it after the show. You fat
Yeah, we do it in private. We
Uh-huh.
privately jab each other.
fat, sweaty motherfucker.
Holy shit. My man tits are sacred. I'm saving my blubber to fill oil wells.
You fat, non-jumping piece of unathletic shit.
Oh, you're athletic too? Yeah, dude,
I know.
every time you turn 90 degrees, your knees automatically break.
Dude, do you remember when we played and no one remembers this, but MMG crossed me up so bad, like I tripped over he broke my ankle so bad, and no one caught it on film, so I got lucky. It was like the first play, but MMG had the ball, and I was trying to tackle him, and he went, and I like fell backwards. No one saw it.
There you go. I didn't even see that. I wouldn't have known that.
Like, thanks, buddy. The Simpsons since 90. Will the passing of John Madden be the motivation for these game developers to make a decent Madden game in his honor? No, EA has.
They're gonna put him as like a little.
They're gonna fucking have an
section.
Ultimate Edition game that comes out. It's gonna cost $150. The Madden edition,
Right?
Madden.
And you got like extra stuff in
whatever.
Ultimate Team.
Right. You have to pay $20 to unlock the Madden as a player card or some shit, and then get his playbook and all that shit. They're they're gonna milk.
They're gonna monetize the fuck out of him being dead. That's the bullshit.
Yep. They probably had some agreement with him that, like, look, if you die, we're going to milk it for all it's worth. You know what?
We're banking that's $100 million value there.
It's fair for them to do tributes. It's fair for them to put him on the cover. Don't get me wrong. Like, he was as much a part of the franchise, like, I mean, at least in the early beginning, but it's EA. They're gonna cash in on it. That's what they do. I mean, they're succubus. They're shameless. Jesper Clayson, the Patriots are on a 2-week losing streak now, but they are still making the playoffs, right? By the way, Damian Harris is flying under the radar of good RBs. Yeah, you know what? There are some great RBs, but Jonathan Taylor's getting all the shine right now, for sure. And 1337 casual, elite casual. That's funny. Madden called my favorite Super Bowl cards versus Steelers. Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, I can't even believe that. I guess, where was I when that game?
I was at a bar, suburban bar with my dad and a couple siblings.
Yeah, I didn't.
That place went electric after San Antonio.
I was in Tampa that year. I was there for that Super Bowl.
Wow.
I didn't watch it. I didn't go to it, but I was there. I went to it. Went to the events.
Back to the tier maker in the most shocking game of the year, probably. The Texans beat the Chargers. I took the Chargers to cover the 9.
Dude, I think we all did. The Texans were wrecked with COVID.
And I was
the Chargers had some cases too, but how the hell did you give up 30-plus points to Davis Mills and the Texans? I mean, Justin Herbert had a bad game too. But I'm like, really?
Chargers now were at one point a Super Bowl pick, are hanging on for dear life.
Yeah, they have to win
playoff spot. I'm gonna put them in.
They do have Denver, so knock on wood, they will win it.
But you don't know. If they lose, it's game. Denver could come out swinging. You know.
Well, I mean, Denver has like a very slim chance of making the plaoffs. They need a lot to go right.
The only way Denver wins is if Pat Shurmur is actually put in prison.
Yeah, what they actually need is they need an offense and someone who's not Pat Shurmur. Because if they had an offense, they would have made the playoffs.
Buccaneers, Panthers. Buccaneers won me some money.
Did the Panthers have no idea what the fuck they're doing? I'm just sitting there like, what?
They're just out there running around.
You're doing a 2-quarterback rotation,
Matt Rule,
and both of them are garbage.
Right.
And what are you doing?
And Cam's like, I came back for this shit.
Well, he came back
directly at the camera. He was like,
he's getting paid $10 million, and it's to sell tickets. That's all it is.
Yeah, he's a tool right now as a draw.
It's sad.
So
it's
the other thing
him
is,
and
like,
Ben are probably in their twilights. Like those are the two.
Yeah, I guess Cam is going to get his send-off because this has to be his last year. There's no way he plays more football. Matt Rule was the hottest coaching prospect in the world.
I thought he was doing well last year.
It's amazing how when you're brought in, when you're hired, you look like a genius, right? Like when they show those, now he just looks like a dumpy fucking idiot on the sidelines. He just looks like a clueless fucking idiot. Matt Patricia as a defensive coordinator, everyone's like, man, this guy knows football. Him on the sidelines in Detroit, by the end, they were like,
I didn't.
Fucking hang this guy from the gallows.
He just kept blaming everything on the player.
Yeah. He kept throwing his players under the bus.
It's like, dude, it shouldn't be me. I did I was the guy who called the biggest play in Super Bowl history, even though that was an individual effort that did that play.
What? Oh, Malcolm Butler?
Whatever. Yeah, Malcolm Butler's pick.
Bears, Seahawks. Seahawks had this wrapped up. Could have started kneeling. Could have started
even kneeling, like they just pissed it away. They were in field goal range, like at the 10. Russell Wilson takes like a 10-yard sack. They miss a field goal, and they keep taking penalties.
Should have knelt.
Not even kneeling. It's just like
there was
they
a
should
snow
have not
game, which
up.
I love. I love
in
snow
Seattle.
games.
Yeah, that was wild to me. I was like, where are they? Wait, are they playing in Seattle?
I thought it was Chicago.
Here's the other thing. If you know about the Pacific Northwest, it doesn't snow that much in Seattle either.
I've never seen a snow game there. Like I've never seen a snow game there.
Very rare.
Even though
it's a snow game.
Even though it's such an elevated climate because of the sound being there, it just gets so foggy. But yeah, it snowed. And Seattle is now the worst kind of trash. They are
very trash.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But thanks, Seattle, for not helping out the Giants with the top 5 pick, fuckers.
Whatever.
Broncos and the Raiders. The
Broncos are barely purgatory. Barely.
Yeah, and so are the Raiders.
Yeah. The Raiders are somehow still in it. I don't know how, but they're still in it.
8-7. They could steal. Like I'm
they
not
could
putting
sneak
them
in.
the
I mean,
right
they
now.
could beat the Colts, and they could beat the Chargers.
Yeah,
and then that fulfills the prophecy.
They can definitely beat the Chargers now.
I don't think they'll beat the Colts though.
I don't know. I mean, the Colts are without some players. No Darius.
I would love to
their
see
offensive
Raiders.
lines hit pretty hard. Carson Wentz might be out.
I would love to see Raiders versus Chargers for all the marbles. Win and in.
Yeah. And then they're both eliminated.
No playoff game. All right, Tree, start reading at Smooth Criminal.
Smooth Criminal. And Jonathan Taylor and Matt Stafford are my favorites for MVP. Who else could compete this year? Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady.
Tom Brady.
Yeah. Well, I would have said Derrick Henry, but he's knocked out.
Yeah, TJ Watt would be.
TJ, I don't know about TJ. Like the problem is, like he's been banged up a little bit, and hasn't been full potential, and it's unfortunate.
Taylor has a shot because you haven't seen a running back be so much better than everybody else.
Like if Derrick Henry were fully healthy, we got robbed of how well he could have done.
But they'll probably just give it to Rodgers because it's more of a popularity contest.
Yeah, Rodgers or Brady. Lamar had a chance, but he blew it over this past month.
I think Micah Parsons has a good chance of being both Defensive Rookie of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah. He's special. I'm jealous of how we don't have Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons could be a huge piece on the Steeler defense.
Yeah.
Michael Orme, rip John Madden. I recently rediscovered Madden NFL 2004. My heart dropped when I heard the news. I mean, I knew he was up there. I knew it was only going to be a matter of time, but it's like it still sucks.
Yeah, he's 85.
Jesper Clayson, rip to the legend John Madden. Now he's reunited with Kenny Stabler in heaven. Speaking of Madden games, Uche, what was your highest rating in the game?
Oh.
Interesting.
Yeah, did you ever go 91? Get the game?
91.
You were 91?
Really?
Wow.
12.
Nice.
That was on the last roster update, online update for the rosters. I was 91.
Nice.
Damn, you're proud of that.
I had all AFC South that year.
Did they get your likeness well, or you were like, nah, this is...
They actually did kind of, I mean, it was generic, but it was like generic, but kind of looks like me.
Did they get the dreads?
They had the dreads. They had my fucking. I wore a little sleeve on my right elbow. They had that in there. They had my socks all high and black.
What was the biggest rating you took objection to? Because I know some players flip out.
The rating that they started me out with that year.
Like it's like, oh, I only have like a
70?
75 strength. What the
They
hell?
were like 84. I'm like, bitch. I tweeted. That was like one of my first tweets to the game adjuster. I'm like, what the fuck is this 84 shit? I got all AFC South last year too. What you mean 84, bitch? We just got the Russian title. What the fuck you mean 84, bitch? Next thing you know, next update, that thing went up like 4 points. I'm like, you goddamn right. I just shut down 3 Pro Bowl defensive tackles in 3 weeks in a row. What you mean? You better bump my shit up.
Right.
We took that shit serious. I ain't gonna front. Cats took that serious.
Oh,
the
yeah,
locker
they still
room.
do, dude.
Yeah.
Like you see them on Twitter. They go off. So I could easily see like mid 2000s, early 2000 people flipping the hell out.
I mean,
wait a minute.
It's
What the fuck
one
am
of
I
the
only
rare
77?
things. It's one of the rare things that's actually going to quantify your ability, right? Like you can be like, oh, that guy's good.
I was like,
or you can
'cause
have an
that
actual
year-
rating, right?
That year, Jack Del Rio was going to like Peter King, like, yo, like this dude is a Pro Bowl playing at Pro Bowl level. Like, can you talk about him? Peter King was like, yeah, he is, but you guys ain't winning. So it's like that's not really a story I can put out there because y'all ain't winning. If y'all was winning, I could talk about it. But then after the season, during when OTAs and stuff started up, or when I think it was either OTAs or right around training camp, Sports Illustrated put an article out on the best offensive lineman that you don't know about in the NFL, and I was on there. They had a little segment with me, and they talked about me. So,
Oh, that's cool.
it's cool.
The AFL yank RIP John Madden and Rams to the Super Bowl. Maybe.
Yeah.
Daniel Shell, RIP John Madden, an icon and a legend. Hashtag boom. Madden 23 has to be an anniversary edition for John. Go Patriots. I still trust Mac. Yeah, he's good.
Mac will be fine.
Luke Bacon, Steelers gone to Super Bowl.
Oh, they
What?
go Super Bowl. They go to Super Bowl, even though we got absolutely crushed and looked like shit. We're going Super Bowl. We're going 8-1, and nobody will shut the fuck up about Mike Tomlin being an undefeated coach, even though there are big flaws in game planning and preparation and all that shit. But we're going Super Bowl.
Christopher Bushman, tree looks like PB and J Watt.
PB and J Watt. That's actually a good nickname.
Love the guy's stream. PB and J Watt. That's your new name. PB and JJ Watt.
Put that in there right now. I'll do the next one. Simpson since 90. Yo, Tree, my wife likes your Celtic tree in the back. She also got me Niner ticks for Christmas. We'll be going to my first NFL game since 1993. I'm around 5 points age, if you're wondering. Really?
Oh, hey.
Yeah, I didn't realize this. I think my girlfriend
Your
threw up
40s.
a goddamn pseudo-wudo in the background. I didn't realize it until I started this stream. I'm like, oh, okay. I guess I have a
Snuck it in
pseudo-wudo.
there.
Yeah, she snuck it in there. She slid it in.
Yeah.
She
that's what she said.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it's very humiliating. Coach Ricks, after watching that game Saturday, I realized that Aaron Rodgers with his beard and long hair looks like the grumpy old troll from Dora the Explorer.
My wife hates Aaron Rodgers' long hair. She's like, what is wrong with his hair?
Why don't you get a haircut, you hippie?
Yeah, he looks like a greaser.
Old hobo. He looks like a hobo.
Well, he's just going out on his shield, you know. That's all I gotta say. He's just not giving a fuck in Cheesetown. Pseudo Wudo.
Mm-hmm. Jake Storm for 5. Madden went 103, 37, and 7 in the regular season in 10 years for Oakland.
Genius.
Second highest win percentage in NFL history at 70%. He was a Hall of Famer through and through. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Nobody talks about his coaching career because he
they
transcended elements in broadcasting and video game representation. That's why nobody talks about him as a coach.
Yeah.
He was a good coach.
He was so good at everything else that he did. He was also a player. He was also
I think he played like a couple years and then he got cut.
Yeah.
But
And
like
he did play in the NFL. So
yeah,
he understood the game. Understood it.
He's a football man through and through. Jacob Tobin, rip John Madden. And on the lighter side, in honor of my North Dakota State University Bison making the FES title game, can I get a Bison got Frisco in a Yinzer accent? Oh, yeah. There you go, baby. Bison got Frisco. Well, Braunlick, as a lifelong Jets fan, just let me enjoy this moment. It'll most likely be our last win of the year. Yeah, I think you're playing. Where are you playing? Let me check. It's not the Patriots. You're playing the Bills. And you are playing Tampa Bay. Oh, yeah. Good luck. That's
Two
definitely
playoff teams back to back. Yeah.
Yeah. Jonathan Hill, I won't judge Ian Book. None of it was his fault. Half the team was out. Oh, of course. They were playing a scout team offensive line and had scout team wide receivers. Like, he was running for his fucking life every play.
All right. I got to aside here quick. I don't get the NFL when they see a player that everyone's like, dude, this is not an NFL quarterback, and they still draft him and they still put him on a roster. Like, you remember Ken Dorsey?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's all it's all speculative.
Yeah. I was like, why are they drafting? Why are they wasting a draft pick on this dude? Like,
he's only successful because he has the greatest athletes in college football on his team.
He had an NFL roster right around him, and like I just don't get it sometimes why they put, like, don't get me wrong, these quarterbacks like Ian Book would put me to shame as an athlete, right?
Oh yeah,
and the guys that are on the practice squad, hell, some of their coaches in the NFL that are just tossing the ball around before the game, those guys would put average guys to shame the way they throw a football. But why do you put Ian Book out? Like, he's not an NFL competent quarterback. He wasn't even good at Notre Dame. So what is he doing on Sundays? I don't get it.
Well, he was on the practice squad. He was their fourth string quarterback.
Still,
developmental project. That's why they drafted him. I mean, technically, Ian Book is the kind of guy who needs a minor league football system because he's not going to develop on the practice squad.
There's for every
and Miami was doing a lot of exotic formations, exotic blitzes. Like, they were keeping that line like on their heels. And remember, this is a line I think without Teron Armstead, without Andres Pete, without did they have Eric McCoy? I'm not sure, but they did not have Ryan Ramczyk.
Did you?
And they got wrecked.
Did you see that fourth down where all they did was it was a 2-man pattern on fourth down? I'm like, why are you doing this to poor Ian Book?
Yeah, like, was that the last play of the game before when it got picked?
It was the third. It was like one of the next to last drafts where they were like on their own 40 or something, and they went for it, and they called a 2-man pattern to the right, and it was so easy for Miami to shut down. Like, they read it right away, and Book, of course, threw it into coverage.
No choice.
Yeah,
I mean, he made mistakes. Yes, he did, but you have to consider too, there was nothing around him.
Yeah, well, he's still trash. That's
whatever
the narrative.
Whatever you fucking. He's still a better quarterback than anything the Giants have put out this year. Jason Gaines, Uche, I hope that your Jags don't hire Dan Quinn as their next head coach. He went 2-8 last year in games decided by 7 points or less. This year, the Falcons are 7-2 in games decided by 7 points or less.
Who was the problem?
One move to get better.
Who was the problem?
And they've lost talent too. I mean, they traded Julio Jones.
They're not nearly as talented on offense as they were when they had him.
Nope. Alex Ibarra, 25. The Seahawks in Leicester City have not done great things to my mental health. At least Leicester won 1-0 today versus Liverpool. Ignore that we lost 6-3 on Sunday versus Man City. As the Seahawks, the less said, the better.
Yeah, you know what? If you're a Leicester City fan, you got to take that championship as just an anomaly. It was a magical season. I don't know if they'll ever even do it again, but yeah, I don't know. Like, it seems like the Man Cities and the Man U's are back on top of the table. So Man City's good again. Breadman Productions punishment idea for Tom. Tom has to make the Packers fan the one who set up the AFC/NFC West drama to one of the Bears fans AFC NFC East one. RIP John Madden. Well, you take that up with Tom, but we'll take your money, Breadman. Take your money. Tucker White 94 derp derpity derp derp de derp. Derpity derp derp de derp derp derp.
It's all derp and
derp derp de derp.
That's from when he went off screen when we started talking bad about.
Yeah, you were being a bitch because you wouldn't accept truth. Jesper Clayson, Leslie Frazier, or Brian Dable is the Jags' new HE. I say neither. Leslie Frazier was not good in Minnesota, and Brian Dable, I think, is smoke and mirrors because he has not done all that good at play calling. His only claim to fame is
need a veteran that, dude, Jim Caldwell. Like, you need somebody that is going to put structure in. You need that stability. structure.
That's what they all say, right? They need the structure. Surrendum Guy. Clickbait Sports Power Rankings Week 17. 1. Cowboys arrogance on the rise. 2. Communism legitimacy is in question. 3. Denver had a game. 4. Steelers get Super Bowl. And 5. First round picks with a medium soda. You're going to draft that medium soda with the Bears pick.
Jacobs893, welcome to Eternal Rebuild Club. 5 points. Man, don't say that cuss word around
Detroit.
here.
Welcome to Detroit. Jerry Mejia's Philly is getting destroyed by the number 2 seed. Oh, yeah. They're getting crushed. Nick Burris, RIP. John Madden will always represent football and had a personality we desperately need in this current sports climate. Also, hug your Raiders fans. They're enduring such unnecessary hell this season. Yeah, that's why, I mean, they'll make a good video like a few months after the year.
That was the thing about Madden, too. Like, he didn't talk down and talk shit about...
Like, he's a better man than us. All I do is talk shit.
He wasn't shit posting like we do.
No.
Yeah, he just, like, he shit post with food.
Yeah.
That's what he did. Like, he did. He took his turduckens and he apparently took them home and to his hotel room and ate them. And savored
He
them.
took drawing on the screen to the level that it is today.
Telestrator. Yeah.
Sure what? If Tom wins this week of clickbait, we really need to send him to Minnie to watch the Bears versus Vikings live. Also, I love the fact that the Wild have drafted Jesper Waldstedt because he just had a 48 save shutout in the World Junior Hockey League. Juniors are going off, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he felt like he was like 15th in that.
Something like that. I know the U.S. lost to Finland in the prelims.
Yeah, we're not good this year.
We don't talk about Merca. NASCAR Nerd 34. Rip John Madden. Jason Jacoby makes Dan Snyder look sane. And do you think Washington football team sticks with Heineke in 2022?
No.
As a backup, I think they do. They'll probably look elsewhere for a start.
Maybe.
Because the plan was not to start Taylor Heineke. The plan was Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, Rhino. But it's just not happening. I think the problem with Heineke is that he's not going to take you to where you need to go. You know,
he's a quality backup. Like he's great situationally. He can put up flashes of brilliance, he's not consistent.
He's going to get his family set for the next couple of years. He's going to make some good money, some good coin,
get a good contract, and I think he'll get a couple gigs as a backup.
Yep, he'll graduate to retirement life. Probably come out with a podcast called the Heineke, Bottoms Up podcast or something with Taylor Heineke.
Heineke car care.
Danny Cookler, Harry Callis was awesome too, but Madden equals GOAT. Agreed. Harry Callis was a great announcer. Bailey Leisure, isn't today the anniversary of the Nate Poole TD? Eliminated the Vikings from the playoffs and gave the Giants Eli and the Cardinals Larry Fitzgerald.
God, touchdown! No!
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, if you don't want to lose, Vikings, don't lose 6 of 9.
Oh, that was fucking Josh McCown, right?
Yep, Josh McCown. And the Vikings actually blew like a 10-point lead or something. They blew a 2-score lead with like 3 minutes left or something ridiculous.
Bailey Leisure says, been a while since I've been in the chat. Graduated from ASU 2 weeks ago.
Nice.
With a degree in sports journalism. Nice. Don't know what happened to Arizona lately, but hey, at least they're back in the playoffs. All right. Awesome. Now you're a professional shit poster.
In a way.
League Casual just watched the 2 championship games before Chiefs and Pats, then Bucks versus Rams with Pats and Bucks winning because we can't have nice things.
I can see that happening.
Bailey says, RIP John Madden. Last game he called with Summerall was the beginning of the evil empire in Super Bowl 36. And last game he called was Super Bowl 43, Pittsburgh, Arizona. Yep. Mm-hmm. I'm going to have to go back and rewatch that. Basketball rants, going to Dallas at the Philly game in 2 weeks as a Cowboys fan. What should I bring as protection, Yinzer?
You should bring riot gear. You should bring a couple tasers. And you should also probably bring a gun with you because they might get pretty violent in Philly. Be very careful.
Oh, he's going to Philly.
Yeah, he's going to Philly.
Yeah.
The only thing worse would be like going as like a Redskins or a Giants fan.
Oh, well, Dodge said don't start none, won't be none. So
I don't know about that. Philly likes to agitate.
Yeah, they do like to agitate. Throwing snowballs at people.
No, more than snowballs, fucking batteries.
Yeah. Lost history tree looking like he is free base and gravy.
Free base and gravy. Oh, that's not nice. I only do that twice a week. Come on. Let's be nice.
Why
Jeremy,
do
he
you make fun of his physical appearance?
Oh, dude, whatever. We call you bald all the time. Like, whatever. I'm a fat
I'm
fuck. I
also
get
ugly.
that.
Jerry,
Yeah, we're both fucking ugly. What do you expect? Uche's the only one here who like presents himself with class.
I know. Jerry Mejia's Panthers need an offensive line.
Y'all are fucking fools.
They need more than that. And Docs Me Reed says, Montana, baby, go Cats, go. Oh, Montana must have won.
Yeah.
Everyone's into Montana now that the Dutton Ranch is all Yellowstoned out. Basically, Sons of Anarchy with horses. Yeah, by the way, Ooch, did you see Spider-Man? No Way Home?
I have not seen it.
Okay.
I heard it's good. Honestly,
it's not. I mean, it's good.
I'm not like inclined to go see it unless if it comes on in a room that I'm in, then that's one thing. But
it's good.
I'm gonna go pay no money.
Visually amazing. I was impressed there. That one guy, John Madden, died. Damn, rest in peace from a Vikings fan. My second team is the Chiefs. Those Madden versus Scram games were legendary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hank Scram matriculating down the field. All right, Tree, read the last two.
Marty Python for 5 Canadian. Are you going to make a video on the Seahawks decline? We need to laugh at our pain? Maybe. I've got a few other ideas in the tank, unfortunately. I almost did one on the Seahawks a couple years ago, but then they got good again. So kind of really masked it. And then Jerry Mejias, I think Washington trades up for Matt Corral and keeps Heineke as the backup mentor.
Maybe. You don't know what's going to happen. Yeah. We always try to predict the draft. We always say who.
That's why the draft's interesting. And then we actually happens, and then we laugh hysterically at each other for the bad picks or allegedly bad picks.
It's always that way. All right, let's finish out these games here. We had the Chiefs and Steelers.
That was a fantastic game. You know what makes me happier than anything? Executing a flea flicker when you have no momentum in the rushing game whatsoever, and then you
ain't averaged 3 yards and you want to run a flea flicker.
And even better, 4th and 1 at your own 30. You're going for it with like a shotgun formation. What do you think you do in that situation? 5. What do you think you do there?
4th and 1 on a shotgun?
Yeah.
At least spread it. Spread it 5 wide and pick the best matchup. That's what I would do.
What would you do?
4th and 1 from where?
Your own 30.
I would line up with 2 receivers and 2 tight ends, split out. So that you got to get the linebackers out of the box, and I'd run a draw, or I'd just run a dive right up the middle.
Yeah. How about this?
5 versus 4 on the O line and go right up their gut.
How about a halfback sweep to the weak side of your offensive line, and you lose 2 yards?
Yeah, that's what an idiot would do.
And it was at your own 30.
That's what an idiot would do, and that's why idiots. Well, should lead to an idiot being fired.
Dude, it's like I don't understand it. I mean, I would have punted there. It's like whatever. You don't want to give up the Chiefs more points, which fortunately they didn't, but it didn't really matter. That was just a straight up clinic. Lions getting dominated on both sides. Ben looked like shit. Najee couldn't do anything. Discipline was bad. Execution was bad. Play calling was bad. Everything was just bad.
Oh. I mean,
yeah, we're talking about we're talking about Steelers go Super Bowl. The false hope is coming alive because we don't have massive bullshit. I was half expecting like the Steelers to pull out some bullshit and randomly win because it's like fuck everything.
Nah, man, the Steelers got beat like a child molester in prison. That game was.
Oh yeah, that was destructive.
I was watching that beating live from the Joplin, Missouri airport. That was
hilarious. Like we were just sitting there laughing at how bad it was by like the 3rd quarter.
Like seriously, Joplin, Missouri's airport it has 2 terminals. It's a terminal with 2 gates on it. It seats like 70 people on the inside of it, and every television was watching the Chiefs.
I didn't know Joplin, Missouri had an airport.
It does. and a rather nice, but rather small one, too.
Is it an airport or an airstrip? That's what I want to know.
No, it's an airport. It even has a real fucking tower. Like 4 stories.
Wow. Yeah, we got our own tower here, guys.
They got a tower. Hey, they fly to Chicago and Denver and Dallas.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
A lad.
Didn't know that.
Joplin, Missouri. What is in Joplin, Missouri? Nothing.
Well, family's near there. That's why I was there.
Family.
Oh,
But
okay.
yeah,
Salvatore says R.I.P. John Madden. Jags need to hire Byron Leftwich. I know everyone is speculating about that, but Ooch, we've talked about this. Byron didn't exactly leave on good terms, did he?
No, like, dude, they did him dirty. I was there when he got released. That was some fucked up shit. I'd never seen that before. I mean, I was a rookie, so I was like, we're playing on Sunday, though. He was the starting quarterback yesterday. What's happening? What are we doing here? What's going on? And, you know, the locker room didn't really take it well, but we overcame it because, you know, we bought into Dave because, you know, we knew Dave had talent. So
yeah, Garrard was talented. I mean, ultimately, it was the best move. I think Byron Leftwich was injured that year, right? He had a bad knee or something.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what. At that time, I didn't know anything about shit. I was just there trying to figure out what was going on.
Well, I think he was probably getting the shit beat out of him, and then Uche was brought in to protect him, and then it's like, oh no, now you need to protect this guy over here.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, look, I'll never forget this. They started me my rookie year. They started me the third preseason game, so I was like feeling like I was feeling like a big shot. I was like, shit, you know what I'm saying? About the starters, and I'll never forget this. We're running a play. It's like 3rd and like 8 or something like that. We run a play, and I'm blocking my guy, and I'm blocking my guy, and I'm blocking my guy, and I'm like, and he hasn't moved. I'm like, bruh, what are you doing? He stood there like the whole time. And look,
Controller disconnected.
I was blocking my guy, but hey, eventually he was going to get through. I couldn't block him the whole time. And I didn't give up the hit or nothing, but I was kind of like, dude, like, you got to get the ball out. Like,
right.
I'm over here blocking so long that I'm going to turn around and look back and you're still at the end of your drop, just standing there looking. That's why you're getting slammed, because you ain't getting the ball out and you ain't moving. He couldn't move. Yeah. That was the problem. He was a statue in the pocket.
Come on and slam. And welcome to the jam.
James Amadeus says the UFC needs more cards. We can never have enough people punching and kicking each other, but I must wait till January 15th. Dude, I'm trying to go to a UFC this year, and the schedule
is John Jones versus Rashad Evans back in, like, what was that? I think it was like 2011 or 2010, something like that. That was pretty close here in Atlanta.
2014. It was awesome. It was in it was at the Patriot Center. It was pretty cool. It doesn't matter where you sit at a UFC because they have it on monitors all around. Like, it's like, it's kind of like,
and there's really not a bad seat because everything is kind of looking down at the octagon, so you can see it.
The one thing, if you sit ringside, because I used to cover fights, like amateur fights, and I would be I would do the write-ups. When they hit, like, you feel you hear the cracking. Like, you're just like, oh, fuck, someone's skull just got fucking cracked. And David R. says Pat Mahomes is a product of his weapons. The Steelers game shows that's just a lie. No, Pat Mahomes is back on top, baby.
Pat Mahomes is a beast.
All right, the Cowboys fucked the Washington up. Oh, we didn't rank the Panthers. They are the worst.
They are very trash.
They're
trash, and the Cowboys are very good. And then the Dolphins are actually wild card right now.
Yeah, they're playoff team. They're the hottest team. They've won 7 straight or something. 6.
Yeah, they've got a tough schedule.
The boys started 1-7.
1-7.
First team.
They started 1-7, and they had a winning season now.
First team ever to lose 7 straight games and then win 7 straight games in the same season in NFL history.
That is absurd.
It's absolutely.
That's a coach. That's a coach who figured his team out.
The only downside, and I will say this, like, look at the teams they've beaten on their winning streak: Houston, Baltimore. That's the legit win. Jets, Panthers, Giants, Jets, COVID-wrecked Saints. So 6 of those teams were garbage.
Garbage.
Yeah, so Tennessee and New England are their next opponents. I think they can beat Tennessee.
I think they can beat New England. They have New England for some reason.
And it's in Miami. Don't forget that. They always beat New England in Miami.
Yeah. So they have a shot. I mean, they're probably going to the playoffs. Playoffs?
I know, they got a shot. They have a legit shot.
TuneLink Main says, "R.I.P. John Madden. See you on Clickbait on Thursday." Yes, indeed. Should be a very special thing for everyone on Clickbait.
I'm thinking I may have something planned too.
We have something that is going to split your sides. I'm not giving it away. It's going to be a surprise. All right, Dodge, you got very fun playing Among Us last week.
Yep.
What you got?
Yes. So this is probably the awesomest gift I got this Christmas. And because under NCAA regulations, I am officially a booster.
Oh,
Ooh,
nice.
very nice.
I am
Nice.
a member of the Gamecock Club.
Got
which is
your
the
booster.
I got that before Thanksgiving, but
You got a different kind of booster.
I am now officially recognized as a booster of the University of South Carolina Athletic Department for the next calendar year.
Awesome.
Nice.
Very nice.
So yeah.
PA, any happenings? Oh, go ahead. Oh, are you doing an afterburn? Sorry, Dodge.
I will be doing that tomorrow, and tomorrow I am actually going to be doing very special tarot readings that I only do at this time of year. 13 card readings for your 2022. Yeah,
I'll draw
really
the
proud
tower.
of this, though.
Yes.
Draw the tower in January.
No, the tower every month. It's like you get the tower. Everything's
You
fucked.
get the
I'm
tower.
sorry.
You got anything going on? You went to go see your folks or something, and for Merry Christmas.
Made it out, made it home. A little late leaving Denver because of weather, but we're here in one piece, and that's all that matters. Very quickly, obviously next week we have a very serious tank bowl in our hands. 5 points. I don't know if you're going to stream that game, watch it along, but if you do, just give me a call, and if you need somebody who's a Bears fan to be your counterpart.
I'm tell you honestly, I'm so mad that I have nothing to root for. Just watching this team makes me so angry. I don't know if displaying that for 3 hours would be
wait for
worth
the
it.
nuke. We can root for the nuke together.
We could root for the nuke, but I don't know. I usually like to just actually take the Sundays off. So
Fair enough.
See if I get some motivation to stream, I might just cry instead.
The big roaring fireplace is going behind me.
Oh, hey, NorCal fireplace right there.
Damn,
baby.
damn right.
Nice.
Uh-huh.
And one last question, and just kind of a question for everybody. What is your favorite John Madden moment from you as a fan?
Honestly, it's the turducken.
It has to be the turducken.
It's just so good. My thing is I think in Madden 92, honestly, when you turned on the game with Sega, John Madden's face would greet you, and he'd be holding the football, and the graphics came on, and I'll be like, and I just remember that feeling, that warm feeling of like I'm about to fuck this computer up, and John Madden's gonna witness it. Like his digital face his name is on this game, and he's gonna watch me put up 86 points against.
I'm surprised you didn't say the bucket. John Madden at the bucket when the Giants won the Super Bowl in 1990.
Oh, when he got doused with the bucket.
Yeah, when he was sitting there doing the telestrator and talking about the mama bucket and the papa bucket and the baby bucket.
I honestly I think I was 10 when that happened, 15 or something. I was jumping around for joy. Like I don't really remember that moment, honestly.
How about you, Ooch? Got any favorite Madden moments?
For me, man, honestly, it's hard to really just pick a single moment, but it's always been just listening to him explain a play, because it was always he kind of explained the play in a very Captain Obvious way, but there was such he was so enthused by it that you had to respect it.
He was enthusiastic, and then they gave him the telestrator.
This big guy, Larry Allen.
Larry Allen was standing still. He ran him down.
You don't see this happen, but watch this big 350-pound lineman put his hands on this man and put him directly on his back. That's what I call football. Boom, right there. Boom.
Yeah, and there's another guy who played for the Cowboys. Nate, somebody wore 61, was a big guy.
Nate Newton.
There you go. Newton's third law in the line
Oh,
is Dallas.
I bet you Madden would be is so angry about this taunting bullshit. It's like back then you get in his face and you just you would just put your hand in his face and that's
get the man's face and you the children.
Back in the day with Dick Butkus, he just stuck his fingers right in there and poked him in the eye.
They would have real football. Boom. All right, one last super chat and then we got to go. AFL Yank. Oh, I'm sorry. Trees. Madden moment and Dodgers. Sorry.
Says that mine would be the turducken and the six-legged turkey. Has to be.
And Dodge, what was yours?
Mine. This is going to make the gamers in the audience feel old. My favorite Madden moment was the very first time I played a Madden game, and it was on the 3DO. And it was the first Madden game that had
Madden on the 3DO.
Wow, they ported it to the 3DO.
Hey, you had money if you had that. It's just that it's sucked.
Ain't nobody had a 3DO unless you robbed a bank. What happened to Tree?
The first time,
Tree's connection took a
but
shit.
He came back. It was the first Madden.
Can't hear you, Tree.
Yeah, your mic is busted, Tree. It was the first Madden that had the NFL on Fox Music, if I recall correctly.
Oh,
that got ported to 3DO, and that was the first time I ever played Madden.
That should do it.
There you go.
There we go.
All right, let me read.
Like whenever I accidentally unplug my mic for some reason, it turns everything off and resets it. It's weird.
That's what your dumbass does. AFL Yank says, as a Rams fan, I'm definitely looking forward to either a Super Bowl win, GSOT style, or playoff letdown that we endured through the 1970s. All right, that'll end the show. Tree, anything you got going on?
Well, sports ball I'm working on, and then I got a couple other vids in the pipeline, probably State of the Tree and stuff like that. So I'm just trying to get through these last few weeks. It's a little hectic.
I'm trying to do my year-end recap, and then I got a little video on Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Fitzception. There you go.
We're sorry, Fitzpatrick.
Yep. I'm sorry, Fitzpatrick. I'm real. All right, with this edition, again, it was a sad day to lose John Madden, a legend of football. Anyone in the football community is hurt by this. He was just a great man, a legend. I'm sorry I never got to meet him, but
it's a really weird day. Also, for those Bears fans who are out there too, ESPN's coverage and beat writer for the Chicago Bears, John Dickerson, he passed away today as well.
Oh, that's terrible.
He was 44 years old and was fighting cancer.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, rest in peace to him as well.
And his wife had died of cancer a few years earlier.
Just a year ago in the same hospice.
Yeah.
Right. We're going to end the show with our theme song, the Madden 92 theme song, and we're going to play it out. R.I.P. John Madden. Rest in peace to a legend.
Stop echoing.